Can I start it? Hello? Is my voice clear?
Clear Pak Dates.
Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Andy from the Master Control of the oral presentation. So I just would like to remind you that if you join in the Zoom and you are not the presenter who doing the presentation, please turn off your microphone because all the sounds in Zoom will be published on YouTube. As the information, our discussion, our presentation today and tomorrow, it's going to live streaming in our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel has more than 5,000 subscribers. So there will be more and more viewers in our YouTube channel. So everyone who join in Zoom, please, I hope you can help us to turn off your microphone, except the presenter. And then number two, number two, if you would like to ask the question to the presenter when the presentation getting done, so you can raising the hand using the Zoom tools. There is a raising hand tools in the Zoom, so the moderator will let you to open the microphone. Okay, and if you have any question that you want to ask by message, just type the message in chat room, in chat box. Okay. So, and for the presenter, because the master control of PowerPoint is here, it means I'm the master control for the PowerPoint. So if you want to going to the next slide, just say next. Okay. So I will control the slides. Okay, we will start our presentation on 3 minutes. So sudah. Pak, ini mati, Pak. Ini mati nih. Hidup kan? Enggak, Pak. Bukan Pak Zulmi, Pak Idram. Laptopnya jenengan mati, Pak. Tolong, Pak. Mati.
May we start the presentation?
Okay, can I start the presentation, Ms.
Just wait. I will open first the forum. So every presenters have already in the room. I 6 presenters for today's session.
Okay, Mr. Sauki, now it's time to begin the presentation. All the control is yours now.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Andi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. welcome to the session of oral presentation of Bengkulu International Conference. My name is Ahmad Shauki. I'm going to be the moderator of the oral first presentation. And next to me, there are also other discussion. Dr. Tony Maigoda SKMMA and Dr. Betty Josephine SKM MKM. As we know that Indonesia is a prime example of the triple burden of malnutrition. About 1 in 3 children aged under 5 years is stunted, and 1 in 10 children has wasting, while a further of 8 are overweight. Indonesian women are among the hardest hit, with approximately 1 in 4 girls having anemia, while nearly 1 in 7 adolescents is overweight or obese. And for that, we have honorable researchers who is already with us. Jumiyati, Rosmita Nuzuliana, Idewanyawan Supariasa, Kamsia, Ciang, Wisuda Andeka, and they will be present the excellent research among in nutrition area. And for this first, I will like to give the rules. First, each presenter should present their work for maximum 10 minutes. After that, we will continue to the discussion section for approximately 5 minutes. And then I will invite audience to join the discussion. And please raise your hand first. Or you can text in the chat box. Yeah, I think the audience after raise hand can turn on the microphone. Okay, for the first, I would like to invite Miss Jumiyati. Sorry, Miss or Mr.
Miss or Mrs.
Okay, Mrs. Jumiyati et al. With the title of the research is Analysis of Anemia in Adolescent Women in Rejang Lebong Regency. And please welcome Ms. Jumiyati.
Okay, thank you very much for the time. First time I would like to, sorry, because the presentation is represented by me, Tetes Wahyu. The title of my research, our research is about analysis of anemia in adolescent women in Rejang Lebong Regency by Jumiyati, Tetes Wahyu, Argasari, and Rizda Yulianti. We are going to introduction. Please, next slide. The incidence of anemia is the most common problem found in adolescents because adolescence is the period of growth of children toward the process of maturity towards adulthood. In the periophysical, biological, and physiological changes occur. The imbalance between nutrient intakes and its needs will cause nutritional problems, both in the form of nutritional problems more or less. Anemia occurs a lot, especially in young women, due to the increased need for iron during the growth period. And according to data, the prevalence of anemia in Indonesia based on Riskesdas data, 2013, reached 2000.7%. According to female sex characteristic, it is higher when compared to men. In women by 23.9% and men by 18.4%. And according to data, this case does 2018, the proportion of anemia in women 2007 27.2% is higher than in men 24.3%, and the proportion of anemia in the age group of 15 until 24 years is 32% in 2018. Next slide. The result of the examination, the result of the examination conducted by East Churu Public Health Center of Officer in Regional Emergency in 2018 at SMP3 obtained the result of examination on young women from 39 students whose hemoglobin levels were below 12 grams per deciliter. As many as 2,000 students, 53.8%. In general, the high prevalence of anemia is caused by several factors, including low intake iron and other nutrients such as vitamin A, C, folate, riboflavin, and B12 to meet iron needs in a day. This study aims to determine the analysis of the incidence of anemia in young women in SMP3, Rajang Lebong Regency. Next. Okay, the study used a cross-sectional design, and then the population taken in the study was young women, and then the totaling sample is 1,039. The total sampling is 112, and then instrument used in the data collection are questionnaires, semi-quantitative FFQ, and hemoglobin levels using the Senamen hemoglobin check tools, analysis of statistical test data, correlation, and logistic regression. Next. And the result of our research show that respondent knowledge score is 20 until 30. Okay. The result shows that the respondent knowledge score is 20 until 93 with an average score of 75. The result of energy intake is 661 until 4,062 kilocalorie with an average intake calorie per day. Vitamin C intake, and then we got iron intake, and then we got protein and hemoglobin. Next. Based on the results, it shows that there is no meaningful relationship between knowledge and the incidence of anemia. This is shown that with a p-value of 0.378, while energy intake has no meaningful relationship between energy intake and the incidence of anemia. This is shown with a value 0.563. For vitamin C intake, based on hypothesis test, it is shown that there is no meaningful relationship between vitamin C intake and the incidence of anemia. Hypothesis show that there is a meaningful relationship between iron intake and the incidence of anemia, and this is shown with a value. And the correlation coefficient show that the direction of positive correlation, meaning that the higher the iron intake, the higher of hemoglobin level, or the lower the incidence of anemia. Next. Okay, the multivariate analysis. The result of the multivariate analysis obtained, the final result of the analysis will show that the most dominant independent variable associated with anemia was p-value below 0.05, and the result of the data analysis obtained that p-value of 0.893, which means that that low vitamin C intake has 89% chance of causing anemia even in young women. Next. Okay, we are going to knowledge. The results show that there was no relationship between knowledge and the incidence of anemia. This is shown by the p-value 0.378. The respondents' knowledge score was the lowest 20 and the highest was 93. The adolescent knowledge of anemia resulted in their lack of understanding of anemia. The young woman knowledge can be seen in their ability to correctly answer questionnaires about questions, about the definition, symptoms, and the prevention efforts of anemia in young women. Okay, next. Okay, is going about iron, Fa. The results show that there was a relationship between iron intake and the incidence of anemia. It is shown by the p-value 0.030 based on the result of interviews used the FFQ form. The average respondent intake was 9.51 milligram below the nutritional adequacy figure. Next. Okay, we are going to protein. The results show that there was a relationship between protein intake and the incidence of anemia. It is shown by the p-value 0.000 based on the result of interviews using the FFQ form. The average protein intake 65.3 gram is below the nutritional adequacy rate. And vitamin C, the results show that there was no relationship between vitamin C intake and the incidence of anemia. This is shown by the value 0.0987 based on the result of interviews using the FFQ form. The average intake of vitamin C is 110 milligram. Next. And we are going to energy. The results show that there was no relationship between energy intake and the incident anemia. It is shown by the value, the p-value, based on the result of interviews using FFQ form. The average energy intake of 1,000.
Sorry, Mr. Tetes, 1 minute more.
Okay, thank you. And hemoglobin were obtained in young women. Okay, next conclusion. Okay, knowledge, energy intake, vitamin C have no meaningful relationship with the incidence of anemia, but there is a relationship between iron intake, protein, and the incidence of anemia, and it is shown by values 0.030. The most influential factors with the incidence of anemia are protein and vitamin C. Thank you very much for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the excellent presentation, Mr. Tetes Wahyu. And now we will go into the discussion section. Maybe I would like to invite audience first before we go to the reviewers. Is there any question for the Mr. Tetes Wahyu. Please raise your hand. Okay. Okay, we will invite later, and then now we have another reviewer, Mr. Tony, and then Miss Betty. So do you have any comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning. The author found high hemoglobin serum in respondent, but different if we compare risk cases. Can you describe it, Mr. Tetes?
Okay, different result with the research does result. Miss Betty, Dr. Betty. Okay, please, Mr. Tetes.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. As we know, the hemoglobin levels in highland is more lower than non-highland hemoglobin, and it is about it cause highland position. And according to Rikestas,
Ini dia nih intervensi itu apa ini? Cross-section.
the Rikestas data show the hemoglobin level for all position, but not show that hemoglobin level in highland or non-highland. Let's
Okay, so you mean your study separate the highland and lowland? Is it, Mr. Tetes?
in our background research, we are going to check the hemoglobin in highland. We do not show this. We just write it on the paper in the Jangalbong agency, but actually this is highland position.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. And Dr. Betty, do you have more questions?
Serum hemoglobin in your finding?
Sorry, can you I cannot hear your voice.
In your study, reference serum hemoglobin like Tetes. Tetes.
Can you increase the volume, Dr. Betty? We cannot hear you.
Hello, there is no sounds.
Okay.
You can hear me.
We can going back to the Dr. Betty later, and now we invite Dr. Tony Maigoda to give the review. Please,
Okay.
Dr. Tony.
Okay, thank you. For the first time, I would like to say this is a kind of good research, but I would like to mention what is the mechanism this kind of knowledge, attitude, and behavior with iron status. Is this secondary data or primary data? Would you like to describe it?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Tony. This is primary data.
Oh, primary. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we are collected data of started knowledge and then intake protein, iron, vitamin C, and
Okay.
protein. And according to analysis,
Yeah.
uh, only intake of nutrition has had a relationship between hemoglobin level without knowledge.
Yeah, I just want to express this is a cross-sectional study design. Yeah, that's
Yes,
right. Am I
Yes,
right?
this is the cross-sectional study.
And
Yes.
and you use data collection by using semi-quantitative FFQ form.
yes,
Okay, that's right. And then you are also to evaluate HB levels
yes.
by using Simon hemoglobin without any intervention. How could
No.
you do that?
Yes, actually, we are only check FFK form and hyper level only, and we didn't have intervention for the patient.
Okay.
Okay, I think time is up, Dr.
Okay,
Tony.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, I have some suggestion for the Mr. Tetes. First, in the material and methods, you need to describe more because some reviewers cannot read the what kind of the study have you done. So you may write more about the material and methods. And then in the conclusion section, you may to delete the p-value. It's not necessary in writing p-value in the discussion, in the conclusion. So